overall.
It's game time, and this is
Caden
Texas.
Shedrick wins the tip, and we're underway in Austin. First of 3 straight home games for Texas after Monday's matchup against Ohio State in Las Vegas. Tremon Mark is out for the 2nd straight game. Transfer from Arkansas, averaging 16 points a game last season. And right off the bat, here's Trey Johnson with a corner 3.
It's effortless. The guy shoots the ball with effortless strength.
So confident for a young man just playing in his 2nd game on the college level. Julian Mackey drives on Jordan Pope and draws the foul.
I'll have to get used to as these games progress.
Off the Damari Williams miss. Weaver, Kendall Weaver couldn't handle the pass from Johnson, and Dawkins with a flush. (3-2) Texas lead 90 seconds in. Alongside Justin Mason, I'm David Salzman. Apologies for our technical difficulties earlier. We're glad you're with us here from the Moody Center in Texas's home opener, their first as an SEC member. Kendall Weaver for 3. 2 threes in the early going for Texas. Trey Johnson had the first.
It's a great job by Weaver driving it, getting downhill, opening it up for Kaluma there.
A player that saw his production increase as the season went along last year. Dawkins was able to get ahead of Weaver that time on the back in the starting 5. Trey Johnson, Jordan Pope, Arthur Kaluma, all newcomers. Pope and Kaluma transfers. Johnson with 7 to shoot. Got it poked away. Tried to save and couldn't. Another turnover. Texas's 2nd. Dawkins with the Euro step draws the foul.
Speed the Texas guards up if they can climb into them.
Tallest member of HCU's starting 5. And a 2-time national champion at Rock Valley College. It is Texas 6 and Bryson Dawkins 6, 2.5 minutes in. Julian Larry on the floor now for Texas as Jordan Pope takes to the bench. Larry, one of Texas's 2 transfers from Indiana State. Jason Kent the other. Kaluma for 3. And all 9 of Texas.
Could be a strength. I think tonight really, you'd like to see them start to get downhill a little bit, put a little more pressure on the rim. You don't want to settle too much for threes, although they're going in right now. And Weaver right on cue.
Pressure in the paint by Weaver and off the window.
Get the ball moving, open up the defense a little bit.
Kaluma hit just under 35% from beyond the arc last season. Dawkins for 3, got it. The Bryson Dawkins show. He has all 9 of the Huskies' points now. He and Julian Larry, as mentioned before, both transfers from Indiana State, helping the Sycamores to their best season since Larry Bird played in Terre Haute. Kent, though, struggled Monday in the loss to Ohio State with 2 points. Johnson, the miss from long range. Shedrick there for the rebound and the follow.
Offensive rebounds or post feeds.
Shedrick wrestles the rebound away from Trent Johnson off the Dawkins miss. Kaluma steps in and fires. Yes, 5 in the early going for the senior from Glendale.
Very big lineup out there right now for Texas with Kaluma, Shedrick, and Kent out there guarding.
4 players around the paint right now. Trey Johnson is at 6'6".
Jump shots, those are going to be highly contested. So it's an interesting lineup Coach Terry has out there. And
first of 3 straight home games for Texas before they take on Syracuse in a couple of weeks in Brooklyn. Kent for 3.
that they'll learn over the course.
Dawkins, the first 9 points for ECU, feeds Porter Basil for 3. Riddles behind the back, tries to drive on Kent. Kent wins the battle in the tip. Here comes Johnson. Kent drives, hangs off the front of the rim, but a foul.
To build on our confidence.
Kent was 0 of 2 from the line. His ferry on the floor for Texas. 3 of the Longhorns newcomers on Yemen. Here's Kent, got the tip, and Johnson will take the ball away. Weaver hangs, slam dunk, off the Johnson assist.
what Coach Terry was talking about earlier, is trying to get points off their defense well for him as he progresses. Obviously, he can shoot the ball, and he's going to garner a lot of attention. So the more he's able to get his teammates open shots, the more he's going to be open himself.
What a pretty move by Dawkins to find Payton. In fact, he averaged 12 points a game in Texas's 2 NCAA. Now a 22-16 Texas lead. Kent from the corner. Yes, his second 3 of the night. Eight for Kent to lead Texas, and it's their biggest lead at 9. Brooks tries to cross over on Kent, who stays in front. Pierce Basil, Porter's older brother, leans in and scores over Larry, his first 2. Then 9 to shoot. Weaver guards Dawkins in the corner. Dawkins drives. Weaver got his hand on the ball. Rogers had it for a moment. Shot clock down to 3. The 3-pointer up and good. After all that, it's Dawkins with his second triple.
It's towards the end, but I like the way they're competing right now.
5 in a row to get him within 4. 8 on the shot clock for the freshman Johnson. Crossover, pulls up for the elbow. Yes, silky smooth for one of the best high school prospects at a Link Academy in Missouri last year.
Yeah, it's 6'6" with a high release. It's going to be, you know, if he can get to that shot, it's going to be hard. But it's just you hope he misses in those occasions.
Brooks to the rim, lays it in. This league gives folks like Jason Kent an advantage. Kent part of a 5 of 9 barrage for Texas from beyond the arc so far. Jordan pulled back in the game after early foul trouble, and off the inbounds.
And for Texas, Julian Larry.
Be a dogfight for Texas if they don't treat it seriously, and not quicker shots, then it's harder to get on that offensive glass.
8 to shoot. Kaluma steps back, fires for 3. Shedrick tips the offensive rebound to himself and flushes it down.
Great job by the big fella.
Johnson 5 points so far in the first half. 29 Monday record for a Texas freshman in his debut. He drives, finds Kaluma. Lead the Longhorns. Julian Mackey for 3. Yes. 4-3 for the Huskies this half. Longhorns looking for their 23rd straight win in a home opener. HCU giving them all they can handle so far. Kaluma this time drives, lays it in.
They'll have that advantage for the majority of this game. And that's why I've been harping on it so much is, go to where you're dominant, and then the threes will open up for you.
Last 6 points in the paint for Texas. To your point, Justin. The Horns are 65% from the floor. Mackey in traffic, pulls up and able to score from about... HCU is much different than most teams in Division I as Trey Johnson lays it in. HCU has been impressive in the first half. Long 3, in and out for Williams. Here comes Weaver. Johnson, Shedrick with the screen. Johnson the layup, and an HCU time. Trent Johnson for 3, got it. Backdoor for Johnson, too long, tipped by Shedrick off the mark. Here comes Mackey on the run. Off Larry and off the glass and in. Huskies within 3. 9 for Mackey, the senior from Grayson, Georgia. Kaluma gets the step inside Williams. 2 and a foul.
Great job. Great drive by Kaluma.
Freshman team there, then transferred to Kansas State, where he was honorable mention All Big 12 last year, averaging 14 and. Now it's Johnson guarding Dawkins. Drives, got the step, lost to going up with a foul. For Bryson Dawkins line, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. Have fun, but compete hard. HCU has done that so far. Just a 4-point game. Kaluma the rebound off the Dawkins miss. Kaluma spins and got held. Williams picks. 20 on the shot clock, 23 to go in the half. Trey Johnson off the inbounds the 3. Can I say a quiet dozen points for the super freshman? That's what he has as the half winds down.
When you shoot it that well, you know, threes add up quicker than twos.
5 seconds for Dawkins. 2 crossovers, pulls up for 3, well short. Trey Johnson, the defense to end the half. And in fact, Dawkins looks at him, nods and says, good defense on me. On the second straight game. Termed to be out indefinitely, but his ankle injury not believed to be serious. And he is not expected to miss many more games after tonight. Huskies with the ball first to begin the second half as Julian Mackey drives and sees Caden Shedrick's sky for the swat. Trey Johnson pulls up for 3. Texas's biggest lead. Jordan Pope played sparingly in the first half, 3 fouls. The double on Shedrick, back to Pope. Finds Weaver to the rim. Early timeout. Start to begin the half, looking for more. Shedrick spins after making the grab, too long, but a foul. And aggressiveness offensively. Career 74% free throw shooter, Shedrick.
I don't know his numbers, but I've seen his activity. Just putting pressure on the offensive line.
5 rebounds overall, averaged over 13 points a game before Dessou's return, so he is capable of. Kaluma 11 points in the first half, drives him with the left hand around the rim and out, grabbed his own rebound, hangs, scores!
What you love to see from Kaluma. That's an offensive rebound a lot easier.
Rodney Terry saying his offensive talent is certainly high, but if Kaluma can get better even on the defensive end, he would be a tremendous two-way player. But Trey Johnson. Brooks gets to the rim this time and scores. First points for HCU this half. Texas has led the whole way, but it was nip and tuck for much of the first half. And just a 7-point Texas lead at the break. Johnson, this time from the paint, scores again. Texas uniform, 20 tonight. Weaver nicely done defensively with the steal. Here goes Johnson again. Alley-oop, Kaluma just out of his reach. Shedrick, though, in and out on the layup. 20 minutes by HCU. Down to 7 at the break. Blocks. 1 of 2 at the line, but another lane violation for HCU, so Shedrick will get one more. He's up to 7 points so far. That first half had its share. Well, Texas here.
The sets that you were comfortable with in the first half, and keep trying to put some pressure on the rim.
Shedrick altered the shot, and then Weaver high in the air deflects the pass to himself. He'll take it to the rim, lays it in. We've seen that often in the second half. Great defense turning into easy offense.
That's the name of the game. You want to hang your hat on defense. Coach Terry's been around the block a few times and has had some really good teams, and right on cue.
Weaver 2 tips this time. Johnson off the glass and scores. 20-2 this 2. And the lead is 25. Dawkins dribbled it off the hip of Shedrick. Another turnover. Outlet to Weaver, saves. Kaluma on the floor, finds Shedrick for the 2. dominance by the Longhorns since the break.
Texas has just settled in on the defensive end right here. That's what's been the difference in the game so far.
Coloma gets in on the act, up to 15.
The SEC play, and they're playing the likes of, the Tennessees, the Kentuckys. They can get stops. They can be competitive in games.
Onyema, the swat from behind, but he picks up the foul.
Number 10 is Julian Larry.
Georgia, number 16, Ole Miss. It's a 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central kick on ABC. Marty in the ESPN app. Of course, Texas football tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock kick against Florida. Main broadcast on SEC. SEC Network will have a special broadcast. ABC with the main broadcast as Mackey buries. Onyema spins too hard off the rim. Trey Johnson tries with a left hand this time, scores.
Post feed.
Tipped in a steal. Samuels to the corner, the three up and falls. Number 2. Long three, Trey Johnson. Kent. Rogers the swat. Things have slowed down since the hot Texas start this half, and on the other end, Mackey is fouled by Onyema. Draymond Mark missing his second straight game.
A bloodline of Kelvin Sampson over there at U of H, so you can't play over there.
Mark on the bench for the second straight time. We'll see his status Tuesday in Texas's next game against Chicago State. Next to him was Devon Pryor, the sophomore who has a left ankle injury, out as well. Julian Larry fires and scores. First 2 for the grad transfer from Frisco at the same time at 6'3" or less. Shedrick and Kent, the 2 others. Shedrick finds Kent down low. Gets the roll.
Great cut by Kent there. Coach Terry said that's his role on the team is defensively bring it on the defensive end, rebound, and put pressure on the rim by his cutting on the offensive side.
Multiple times this season already. Rodney Terry has raved about the cutting ability of Kent.
Right behind him. Shedrick did a good job finding him there.
Weaver in traffic, misfires, and the rebound into the hands of Mackey.
It's going to be interesting. You got Trey out of the game right now.
Hard on the floor, got the tip. Pope on the other end scores. Former men's basketball head coach at Houston Tillotson. Approaching the 8-minute mark in a 25-point Texas lead. Peyton Rogers for 3. Craig Doty is really hot.
An ACL tear, which is tough to come back from. But he looks good out here so far.
Riddle stays in front of Pope. Now Weaver gives it a try. He'll go to the line. Talked about building, but then you come here even when there's no one in the seats. And
in the center, obviously, I grew up. I played and see him get more involved on the block.
Jordan Pope spins and gets on the board. That's his first 2, but he led Oregon State in.
I'm impressed by Shedrick, his leadership on the defensive end. He's always talking, having guys in the right position. Those little intangibles is what you don't see in the stat sheet.
Trey Johnson to the line. At one point, is there a more impressive part to his offensive game?
If you're trying to guard him, because once he learns how to get to his spots, get shots off.
Go up since the midway point of last year. Jamie Vincent's on the floor for the first time, and he gets the swat. 6'11" freshman from here in Austin. Leads to the Trey Johnson 3. Yes! He's at 28. The rebound. So off the bench, 6'11" Vincent. A rebound and a block. His first offensive touch. To the paint. Left hand. Yes!
And he just needs to make sure that he continues to compete on the defensive end and not let it affect that side of the court for him.
Pope scoreless tonight, and of course Draymond Mark missing a second straight game to begin the season. Can this Texas team, after the Mackey three, can this Texas team be elite offensively later in the year?
I think they can. I think as Trey gets a little more used to the system, I could see them running things through him a little bit because the defenses are going to react so much to him with the shooting ability. And so once they figure themselves out, I think they will be elite offensive defense is most important.
It is a deep SEC as well. Of course, Texas coming from the Big 12. That and the SEC seen by most as the two best leagues in all of the nation. Jordan Pope getting going late here as Texas is up 32. Cole Bott will check in at the next whistle, and that has these fans pumped at the Moody Center. HCU is just down 7 at the break. DeAndre Samuels gets his first, and maybe better defensively, adding some size down low in the transfer portal. 5 to shoot. Vinson. Cole Bott finds Jordan Pope for 3. Yes!
Open that lid a little bit here.
He can score in bunches, averaged 15 points a game his 2 seasons at Oregon State, and he has 11 quick ones this half. Elijah Brooks off the mark. Mackey gets fouled by Bott. Crowd thought he had clean.
In these 2 games, maybe I've seen maybe two teams to be that efficient. It's gonna be really tough to stop that kid.
Rodney Terry says a trade
competitor, and it's good to see. Again, I think the upperclassmen will help him as he goes through his ups and downs in the season.
Jordan Pope will dribble the clock out. Longhorns shoot 58% overall, 10 of 21 from beyond the arc. They roll in half number 2, outscoring HCU by 24 in the second half. Future looks bright for HCU, but the night belongs to Rodney Terry and the Longhorns as Trey Johnson puts up 28 more points.